So as you know, my name is Kianti Ayshea, and this is Blue Aura Healing Guidance and Tarot. Let's go ahead and jump right into this reading, y'all. Let us see what the messages are the Spirit has here for you on today. Please do keep in mind, y'all, these are general messages. Only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Thank you, thank you. Let us see. What are the messages for the feminine? I can't say this evening because it's morning. Alright, let's see. Thank you, Spirit. What are the messages? We have recharge. Alright, so you might have to recharge your battery. Okay, take a break so that you can come back stronger. It says inner child, working on your inner child, doing things that feels good to you, healing inner childhood wounds. Okay, returning to your innocence. You've had a wake-up call, reality check here in some way, shape, form, or fashion, going through a spiritual awakening. It feels good. You've done the work. I feel like if we're talking about somebody connected to you, this person may realize that you are doing the work and you are unbothered when it comes to whatever they are talking about or whatever's going on with them. All right, I feel like whatever's going on around you, you don't pay attention to it because you've gone through your awakening. And you do what you have to stay in a certain place. You feel like somebody around you could be two-faced. Alright, so you may not deal with whoever this person is. That's why I said you've had an awakening here, a reawakening, you're ascending. They were very draining though. And so you decided to step back from whoever this person is. Okay? I'm feeling this energy here where this could also be your person. Like they may realize that somebody is two-faced. And they may be yearning for their safe space. They may feel like you're their safe space. So let's see which way this goes. We have DM slide. Okay. So somebody's definitely about to be hitting you up. I see 1111 here. Be mindful though. Alright, we're going to see which way this goes. Okay, because you know somebody might be trying to hit you up at that time on purpose. They see that you had this upgrade in life. Yeah. I was picking that up. They see you had this upgrade in life and you're not bothered by anything they have going on with them. They're in some toxic situation right now and they're doing a lot to try to grab your attention. Okay? I feel that. Now, even if this is twin, you know what I mean? Twin has to do their work. And I feel like with divine timing here, I don't even know if I told you guys that card came out. With divine timing here, I feel like they will. Okay, but as far as you trusting them and letting them get too close to you right now, you're not getting yourself involved or wrapped up in whatever drama they got going on. Okay, I feel like this person come to you smiling, but they're really upset. They're angry because they would rather be with you is what it feels like. So yeah, like I said, reaching out to you, but your attention and focus is on self, like charging your battery, healing your inner child, or, you know, just doing things that help you return to your innocence. You've had clarity when it comes to a situation, and it's something here that you just cannot ignore. All right, if you've been ignoring it for a certain amount of time, you're like, I cannot ignore it anymore. I cannot ignore it. All right, you've been very calm and detached from this situation. You're like, it's not my drama, so I'm not putting myself in it. All right, this person comes towards you and pretends like they're being loyal to you, but the reality of the situation is they still have this toxic situation, which is karmic. So you're being loyal to yourself and removing yourself again from that situation. If it's meant for y'all to be, like, it'll happen in divine timing. Right now, I'm just focused on upgrading my status, you know, continuing to build this lifestyle of luxury. That's it. You know, I'm not focused on whatever people got going on. Okay. So yeah, underlying energy here so far is payday. I feel like, again, that's where your focus is. Healing, leveling up, stuff like that. Yeah, this person wants to talk to you. They want to come and tell you the things that they've been going through, all right, because you're their safe space. That's really what it feels like, all right? I feel like a lot of people like to come towards you, you know, but again, with this catfishing, why is it catfishing? Because they're going to come to you and they may act like everything is okay. It's really not, all right? And so eventually they may crack, okay? They may crack. And you realize that, oh, they've been putting on this front this whole time. Okay, why catfishing? But maybe online they make it seem like everything is fine, but it's really not. Okay, they're really not happy. All right, everything's really not good. They're really going crazy without their divine counterpart. They really feel like that's where they want to be, you know? Things like that. It's not good right now. Okay? But you like, I won't be nobody's side piece. Okay? So if they want to live a double life, it's not for me. But this person is gaslighting. All right. With the unexpected flirtation and all that. They want to test the waters and see how far they can go. All right, Spirit is stepping in. This person gets to thinking about you, or anytime you get to thinking about them, and even halfway wanting to go down that street again. Spirit is like, okay, remember last time, okay. It says repeating patterns, familiar lessons, unresolved issues. We've been here before. Yeah, you've done this before. Spirit is like the person still hasn't changed. They coming in acting like they ready to be loyal, like they love you, and all this stuff has happened. No, it hasn't. They're still going to stay in this toxic relationship because a part of them is enjoying it. I feel like this person enjoys the toxic relationship. All right. We have energy vampire. Meanwhile, you know, if they were to come to you because they feel like, oh, this is my emotional sanctuary, you said, no, this is not your dumping ground. All right. They feel like with you, they can be safe. But you said, I'm not doing this no more. You know, they want to come towards you because of the stuff that they have going on with that person. And, you know, they feel really comfortable and safe in your presence. All right. You might be a very mature, stable, grounded energy. And you don't do all that arguing and bickering over crazy stuff. If you and your person have a disagreement, it's a very straight, direct, blunt conversation. Okay. But all this arguing or saying mean and hurtful things and all that, you don't do that. So if this person even comes towards you with this energy, you giving them the door immediately. You are showing them the door. Here it is. You can walk right on out. It says emotional sanctuary, comfortable solitude, protected vulnerability. Here I am safe. This person has spilled tea to you before, or you know a lot about them and you don't ever just blurt it out to people. You don't tell their business. All right. I don't feel like you're that type of person that would do that anyways. Okay. Not if you're here watching me. I hope. Sure. I don't rock with that type of energy. Somebody tell you is what they tell you. That ain't for you to be telling nobody. Okay. Yeah. So I feel like if this person played you or made you feel a certain type of way prior to you having this breakthrough in your life, I feel like this is payback for that. You know, how they treated a divine feminine. All right. Yeah. This person is fake flexing. That's what I mean by catfish. Everything that they're posting and making it seem like everything is good, it's really not good. It's not good at all. All right. And some of you are not posting all that online. This is what you're doing. You know, you just doing some reflection work. You know, mirror work, inner child work, shadow work, journaling, things like that. Like you're doing whatever you have to do to make yourself feel better and to truly level up. It says healing childhood wounds, reconnecting with joy, playfulness restored. All right. So you're in this like happy-go-lucky, giddy type energy. You take mental breaks when you need them. It says mental rest, emotional recovery, taking a break. You came back stronger. All right. You have improved your social standing. Your lifestyle has elevated. You've gone to the next level. If you're not there already, that's where you're going. These cards keep coming out, so I know that's just what it is. But because somebody feels comfortable with you, right? But you're in this place where you're enjoying the luxury. Spirit is like, you know, everything that I blessed you with, I can surely take it away if you entertain somebody who's truthfully not meaning you no good. All right? So remember I said you're doing the mirror work. Look, we have mirror, mirror. I can't make this up. It says facing yourself in others, reflective relationships, self-awareness. What you see is you. All right. So this person is seeing this relationship here and how it is and what they're going through. It's like, yeah, that's you. You know, they're having to really look in the mirror here and do the work. You said you're not going to do their work for them. You can't, even if you wanted to. They have to do their work. Okay. Let us see, feminine. All right. Messages here for divine feminine. Thank you, spirit. Yeah, we have energy vampire. That's just what it is, beloved. Okay, this person is trying to take all your energy, honey. Okay, it says draining connections, toxic influence, protect your energy, time to cut cords. You got to cut cords with this person because they won't cut cords with whoever they're with. They just want to continue to fake flex and then send you secret messages of love. You know, being two-faced because they're not being loyal to that person. It says pretend loyalty. They're not being loyal to that person because they're with them, but they want to be with you. It says hidden affection, anonymous notes, unknown interest, someone's watching. They're always watching. It says pretending wealth, showing off borrowed luxury, deceptive bragging, rich on Instagram, broke IRL. So in real life, a person don't really have nothing, but they flex a lot online. Okay. Sheesh. I feel like you're choosing to let this go. Some of you are going on blind dates. We have ghosted, all right? This person felt like you ghosted them or you left them on scene. Sudden disappearance without explanation, left hanging, seen but ignored, abrupt silence. It's because you had a reality check when it comes to this situation. It says sudden clarity, urgent awareness. Your spirit stepped in like, because deja vu, something. I feel like this person did something, right? Everything was fine. Everything was good, right? You were doing your work. This person was in their relationship, but they weren't really happy. And then in divine timing, this person came back. They slid in your DMs. They found a way to contact you. But you had already gone through this status upgrade. And this, luxury lifestyle is what you're living. They're like, oh, this is my safe space. I can come here. This person feels good to me. And then they dumped all over it, pooped all over it. And you had deja vu. You said, I remember when they did this before. I remember how we got here before. I remember why we didn't work. I remember why this went this way, And so spirit is like, oh, now you see. Now you remember. It's like something like that is going on. This person doesn't mean you no good. So you're like, I'm just going to let it go. Okay? I'm going to let it go. And some of them feel like you put them in the friend zone to focus on other things. You feel like this person sugarcoats how they really feel, what it is they really want to say. Again, with that two-faced energy, you don't trust it for a chance, for a second. You don't trust it. Okay? Breaking cycles. Yeah, you're over this. This person broke promises and you breaking the cycle. You said, nope. That is the end of that cycle of broken promises. You keep telling me you're going to do this, you're going to do that. No, thank you. Yeah, disappointed expectations, failed commitments, lost trust. Words meant nothing. All right. Underneath that, we have brand new. Yeah, so you're moving brand new now. You only want new. You don't care for the old stuff no more. It says ending harmful patterns, freedom from repetition, new beginnings. It stops with me. Okay. We have bounce back. Yep, you bouncing back. And then I say some of y'all about to get out there, go on blind dates, and whichever way it goes. It says resilience after setbacks, recovering quickly, determination to rise again, can't keep me down. All right, surprise meeting, unexpected chemistry, awkward introductions, could be love or disaster. It's like you meet somebody and lo and behold, all right, things might really work out. You have hopeless romantic care behind the mask. You see behind this person's mask now, they have commitment issues. So even with the person they're with, all right, it's like they with them, but they keep trying to get back to you. You see they have commitment issues. Rebound, they're with the rebound person because they can't really be with the person they want to be with. But it's like they have to learn a life lesson here that they can't play with people like this. They can't play with themselves like that. They can't play with God like that, They have to learn a really, really tough lesson here. But it seems like it's mandatory. Alright, thank you, Spirit. This person could have come into your life right when you were going through something. You were reawakening or ascending. And so you could have thought it was meant to occur at that time. Again, with the 1111, be mindful. This person may be aware of the things that you're into. She may do things like that on purpose. Okay? To try to make it seem like there's more to it than it is. Alright, let's see. Thank you, Spirit. We have third-party situation, malfunction. Yes, I feel like the third-party situation is not working. Alright, third-party situation, malfunction. I feel like third-party situation is not working. Alright, either they told you that, they will tell you that, or this person is just too prideful to tell you, but you can sense it anyway. Yeah, it's bad news. It's just not working. Okay. We have evaluation criteria. Yeah, Spirit is making them look in the mirror again, like we said earlier. Okay. Like, why is all this happening? Feminine don't want to deal with me. Karmic stuff is falling apart. What's happening? Okay, so we treat people. We have lifesaver. Okay. Maybe they just leave people alone when they need them the most and then expect people to be there all the time or something like that. We have successful. Very successful. I feel like this person was seeking validation from certain things. Putting their worth in certain things. This was a destined connection, meant to be something special, but the person went the wrong direction. I feel like this is something that they regret. Yeah, they put their attention into other things. Alright, but there's celebratory energy here for you. Lots of reasons to celebrate. All right, Spirit doesn't want for you to sit around and be sad about this. You know? Yeah, deadline. It's like if they missed a deadline, they missed a deadline. They wanted to sit up here and play with karmic and sugarcoat things and make it seem like that's what they wanted to be when they really didn't. You know, they did this to themselves. It's like they could have been trying to escape condemnation. You know, everybody talking about them, pointing fingers, gossiping. So they decided to be sneaky about it instead. Infidelity. Alright. We have self-discipline. You said, nope, I'm good. I'm breaking this. You feel like it's a bad habit. Okay? Walls closing in. It's like the more you love on yourself, the more you choose you, the more this person wants to come closer. But because you feel like third party is still there, you're not interested. Third party situation is not working out though, because they keep crying over you, thinking about you. Alright? This person was chasing material gain. Again, with the flexing. Flexing and fronting. Okay? Yeah. I feel like this person may feel as if you've met someone or you soon will. They probably saw it and they just take this as a shock. It's such bad news for them, you know. They might try to break their phone or break their computer, whatever it is that they see it on, honey. They like, oh no. You know. Yeah, they peeped in on something and they see. Alright, but I feel like this situation is over and done as far as some of you are concerned. They're peeping in, they see. Alright, you're being spoiled by the universe. Okay. This person is coming in, you feel like they're a distraction. You would much rather not at this point. Okay. That's really how you feel. You would much rather not at this point. That is a darn shame. Alright, messages here. This is escape. Abandonment. Yeah, so they left this situation, went somewhere else, tried to escape that to come back to you because they realized that wasn't it. That wasn't working. They felt like it was a replica with the mimic chest. Like it wasn't the real thing. Okay? What's the underlining here right now? Puppet. Wow. Yep, with that devil energy. Alright, let us see. Walls closing in. They feel like at this point people are going to talk regardless. And they're dreaming about you here. What's this? Sticking his head out. Yep, twin flame. They're dreaming about you. This is definitely your twin here. Alright. They feel like somebody has some sort of power over them. That's the only reason why they stay in this energy. And they might be doing things to try to get the person to leave them, but they won't leave. Okay? So you just don't want nothing to do with it at this point. You don't want anything to do with this. This is a mess. You said, I don't want it. And I really don't blame you. This is a lot going on. Okay? Somebody has power and control over them. And so they do nothing when it comes to y'all's connection and y'all's relationship. But they do love you and they do feel like, you know, that's where they want to be. But they're not treating you right. The Queen of Wands is your energy. Okay, you're very attractive, very magnetic. Alright, this is why you're pulling this person in. You're operating in your power. Again, lifestyle of luxury you built up for yourself with that Nine of Pentacles. Okay. You're very beautiful. You're secure. Okay. Five of Swords. And I feel like this person, you know, the reason they fake flex is because they want to try to make it seem like they're doing just as good as you're doing. Or life is just as good for them as it is for you. We have the Six of Cups. Yeah, but there is some sort of past life beef that's unresolved here. Or something like that. Queen of Cups. With this karmic. Okay. One of the things that's coming up here. Some sort of unresolved past life beef. Alright. Between them. Like him and that person. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So yeah, I feel like that kind of slowed everything down. But as of right now, your focus has been shifted onto other things. You're not even thinking about it anymore. Alright, here we have the Strength card. You've overcome that. You know, just sitting around thinking about twin. You don't really, you know, you've been focused on you, healing, leveling up. Okay. You're savoring your achievements right now. Yeah, and this person is like, but I'm in love. I'm in love. You're like, you don't know how to love me. Okay, Ace of Pentacles. They want to make an offer to you. You feel like this person doesn't know how to love you. Okay. The Empress. You're like, I'm a whole Empress out here. Okay. You can't treat me just any old type of way, beloved. Okay. Death card. Yeah. You're going through transformation and change. You've ended things. You walked away without thinking twice. You know, because this person kept playing with you, playing in your face, whatever they was doing. Okay. And like, you're so beautiful. I can't stay away from you. I love you. I want to be with you. Four of Wands is twin flame union. They feel like you're their soul's home. Again, with this walls closing in, they feel like they can't, you know, escape these feelings that they have. With the Chariot here, they really want to get over these obstacles and challenges, move on from this person that they're with, and work on a relationship with you. But you just don't like, you know, the way they move about things. Okay. Yeah. The Fool card is like being detached. And then we have the Hangman. This person saying they stuck in a certain situation. Again, broken promises. You detached because they weren't happy. All right. So they come to you and complain about how unhappy they are, and then just stay. All right. Yeah, we have the Five of Pentacles. So you choose to block this out now. All right. Also, like I said, one of you is Nine of Pentacles, being you feminine. The other one is Five of Pentacles, really going through it. We have the Manifestation card with the Magician. Okay, so you pull in things here with this Queen of Wands, Empress, Magician. Yeah, you was a bad mamma jamma, honey. All right, you set your intentions on something, and if you want it, you got it. That's it. All right, that's just that simple. All right, Seven of Cups. All you have to do is think about it, dream about it, want it. That's it, and it becomes a thing. All right, but I feel like this person can't stop thinking about you. You're always on their mind. More on this Seven of Cups. We have the Hermit. Yeah, because you ghosted or you're to self these days and you're not accepting whatever it is they're offering you. If they're messaging you, you're just leaving it there. They feel like you ghosted them. All right. Didn't we say that earlier? Then we have the ghosted card. Yeah. We have ghosted and now we have the Hermit. They definitely feel like you ghosted them. Okay. We have the Page of Pentacles. All right. Page of Pentacles is them wanting to plant a new seed. Okay. Let's have a new beginning. Let's not have this be over with the world. All right, but some of you really do feel like it's over because the person doesn't come with the right energy. Four of Swords. You want to be at ease. You want a peaceful life. And you feel like they bring too much drama, chaos, and distortion. Okay, yeah, we have the Queen of Pentacles. You're like, I'm very grounded, very stable. I don't have time for the nonsense. Yeah, Queen of Swords. I don't have time for the nonsense. Nope. Okay, underlining here is the King of Wands. They're going to be taking action now. But they're taking action now that you fell back, you know. That's your thing. Alright, what's this Five of Swords, Spirit? We had a Four of Pentacles. They're willing to compete for you. So if you say you're moving on and you're ready to shift ahead, they're going to be like, oh, I'm trying to hold on to you. Okay? What's this Death card? The Eight of Cups. Yeah, see? You said it's over. I'm just ready to shift ahead. They broke too many promises. Alright? They broke entirely too many promises. Page of Pentacles. Queen of Cups, King of Pentacles. You know, I could be this dependable person for you. I know you love me. I can be this dependable person for you. Okay, so again, it's the fate loyalty. Remember, Spirit said be mindful of that. All right, this is the karma. These are the consequences. They treated you a certain type of way. All right, with justice here. And now it's like they're getting their just due. You know, this is what's due. They treated you a certain type of way. This is just what it is. All right, so yeah. Person is worried that they won't ever get the opportunity to come into union with their twin because of, you know, their poor decisions here. They're like, perhaps next lifetime, you know. Yeah, because look, bondage with the devil energy. All right. So it's going to take a while if it does happen because of them being in that situation. They're going to take action towards you here, though, nevertheless. But just be mindful. This person is about to slide in the DM. We have an illusion, all right? The moon. Not everything is as it appears to be, beloved. All right? So those are the messages that I have here for you at the time. I pray this helps you. I know it will. If this was your reading or you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe. Peace and agrees.